Well, I'm not sure what the sanction should be. Oops. Okay. I'm not sure what the sanction should be, but it's interesting. As a legislator, you get to travel around and actually look at different projects. I'm on capital investment, but I was also on Poverty Commission, and we went to southwestern Minnesota. And as the Poverty Commission guy, we went to Willmar, and they would actually tell you, and we had people talk to us that said, we are a sanctuary city. And when we're going down there on the capital investment tour and they want money from the state, they're saying, oh no, we don't do that sort of thing. It costs the state hundreds of millions of dollars every year for illegal immigrants. We can love our fellow man, and I'm third generation American. I have nothing against immigrants. The problem is if you're in the country illegally, you don't believe in the law to begin with. Those aren't the kind of people we want to encourage to be here. I'm sorry, we talked to some meat processing plants. They said, we don't check anything. We just want employees. And that is tragic. So we need to figure out something. But when it costs us hundreds of millions of dollars, in fact, we talked to two girls that went to the Willmar High School, and they said, hey, it doesn't cost you guys anything. Why do you care? We just want to have the same things you want. It does cost us, and we need to have sanctions, and they need to be stiff, and we need to enforce the law. When we do not enforce the law, we sacrifice everything we stand for to begin with. That is the basis of getting along with each other as friends and neighbors. There is a set of rules. You need to follow them, and there needs to be consequences.
Marty, sanctuary cities.
Well, I've co-authored the bill to end sanctuary cities. I have chief-authored the floor amendment multiple times to end sanctuary cities, to take away local government aid for those cities that have them. So my record is fairly clear on this. And I would take it this far. If we do not control the legislature, I would say that the tax bill gets vetoed until they put a rider in there that says we're going to end sanctuary cities. That is where LGA flows out of, is the tax bill. And I think we need to be tough on this. You know, I had the accident in my district. I think we still need to be welcoming to folks, whether you're, every child, whether black or white, rich or poor, rural, urban, or suburban, is treated equally in the eyes of God and ought to be treated equally in our hands. But if you're going to come here, do it legally, not illegally. And I don't think that's asking too much. And I know it's politically incorrect to sometimes talk about this. I've done it multiple times on the floor. It's okay to pick on me, and I can be a big boy. I'm, you know, a German Catholic, so it's still easy to pick on me. But at the end of the day, I think the average person out there agrees with us. We shouldn't be afraid to say we are for the rule of law. We shouldn't be afraid of that. The average person's with us, and I think we're right.
You get the last word on this one, Phil?
Well, you know, sanctuary city is just a concept. We have sanctuary cities, we have sanctuary businesses. And we have to eliminate, in a migration, there's a push and a pull. The pull is the job here, which is better than there. So what we have to do to eliminate, whether, if they want to call, if DFL wants to call themselves a sanctuary city, they can call it that. What we've got to stop is the people coming here, and we need to attack the job market. The employers know, make no mistake, the employers know who's illegal and who's not, because they'll tell me, and right up front we talk about it sometimes. I ask questions. When a person comes in and applies to the job, they know who's an illegal and who's not. Why? Because if they want the health insurance, they're probably legal. Because if they don't want the health insurance, they're probably illegals, because if they take the insurance and they're illegal, they get caught in 3 months. If they ride without the health insurance, it takes a year and a half. So they know the game, and they play the game. So this idea of sanctuary city is a misnomer. There's sanctuary businesses and a job attraction market. We need to start finding some of these people, and maybe start, after several times, start doing jail time to CEOs. And you watch, they won't be sanctuary cities. There won't be any of this illegal thing. Time's up.
I love to hear Marty plead his German stature as making him pick on. This is a group of people whose language makes a love song sound like a death threat. Bill, you're not off the hook. They say brevity is the soul of wit. You get to be brief on the last one because by my watch we've got 4.5 minutes left. Well, if you take 9 and divide it by 2, you get 4.5. So you get a half a minute. 30 seconds. Let's start with Bill. We'll go this way. 30 seconds. Met Council. Unelected, unaccountable body. Do you think it ought to be eliminated? And if not, how do you justify it constitutionally? 30 seconds, timekeeper, go.
It's simple. They either have to be elected officials and be accountable for what they're doing, or we get rid of it.
David.
They have to be elected, or we get rid of them.
Phil.
That's the first outfit I will unallot. 63% of their budget comes out of the state fund.
Marty.
I think that they need to be either elected or done away with. The reality is we have, how can we do sewer and how can we do transit and everything else in rural Minnesota, but we need this big bureaucracy that is full of very high-paid bureaucrats out of your tax dollars. It is absolutely something that needs downsizing, reform, and potentially abolishment.
Mike?
I have seen some great things out of regional planning. I have not seen great things out of unaccountable people that get to have their job and not have to justify anything. I've seen their transit issues, the other things, and private industry can do 90% of what Met Council can do, and they can do it better.
They need to be elected. At a minimum, their role needs to be reduced, if not eliminated.
Pat?
I'm the greatest disliker of the Met Council. I was Mayor Regan when we used to fight with the Met Council. I thought about a long time. I do not support electing the Met Council because I don't want to legitimize them. And I think that you'll never get rid of them then. I think instead we need to dramatically downsize. They were set up originally to run a sewer system. And they need to go back to that job, and you can do that within a very small state agency.
Seems to be some poetic justice in that now.
Absolutely, and they've advanced now where they're trying to decide where to build dog parks. It's not a matter of electing them, it's a matter of eliminating them. The Met Council was done a long time ago, and it's high time somebody makes that part of the agenda. They need to go away.
Listen.
Can't stand the Met Council in the process of investigating the Metro sewage plant for building a $180 million facility when a $40 million renovation would have worked. And their development manipulation with the sewer line permits is outrageous. So be gone, Met Council. Improve my life.
Let's give all the candidates a hand.